Hey, what's up, you smacker squaws out there? And any new guests? I'm Momma T, and we're in Momma T's kitchen. And tonight, I'm excited because we're going to do an Oreo no-bake cheesecake. Real simple ingredients, you guys. And tonight, I'm just up late. It's around 11 something or whatever. But guess what, you guys? I feel it tonight. So I know when I feel it. I know when the time is right. So you guys, we're going to go on to the other side. We're going to get these ingredients down. And I got a new piece of equipment, a KitchenAid, for this particular recipe. And just a little investment, you guys. But you don't really need it. And I'll show you what I've been using. It works just fine. But for this whipping cream, I ain't feel like whipping for 5 minutes, and I got some other things in store for you guys, like lemon meringue pie, and that takes a little time to whip up too. So I just figured, I'll go ahead and get something to make life easier. But you guys, I'm real excited about this no-bake cheesecake because you can have this and set it. You don't have to turn the oven on. It's summertime, so you guys, let's go on to the other side. And I'm up late, you guys. So I ask you to do your part. When you see this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to go far in this industry and bring you guys some really delicious recipes that you can have right in your home, restaurant style. We bumping it up. We the smackers, y'all. So let's head on to the other side. Okay, Smacker Squad. And we at a different angle. We even reached the other side. We going to go over these ingredients real quick, you guys. Okay. We had a batch of Oreos cookies. We have vanilla extract. We have a little almond extract. That's the smack. We have cream cheese on deck. You guys, I got Philadelphia this time. They had it. So as you know, the store's been a real trip. We have our confectionate sugar, you guys. Just going to need a little bit of that. Or my little bit of that. But it's a lot of that. Because that's just how I do things. And our heavy whipped cream. And this the brand I've been using here lately. And I always say butter, but this what I'm gonna use today, Blue Bonnet, and I don't think it make a difference here nor there. All my cakes are very delicious, so I go by that, the outcome. So we just want to jump right in and get started on the recipe. First up, first part of the task is I'm going to make it simplified for you guys and simplified for me because I'm up late making this cheesecake. Because I've been bought these ingredients and I don't want them to go bad. So first up, we're going to put in some Oreo cookies in a sandwich bag or freezer bag, however you want to call it. And I'm going to do this for our crust, y'all. And I want that crust thick on the bottom. That's just me. And that's how I'm going to smack this. So I'm just going to put in about 2 rolls, because it's better safe than sorry, and I don't want to have to go back and do nothing else and pull out a whole nother roll if I'm too short. I'm going to slide that down like that because right now that's not what we need. And I'm going to spread these cookies out like this, and I'm going to tell you like this, you guys. If there's anybody you're mad at or you're a little frustrated, we getting ready to have some fun, y'all. We getting ready Now I have a processor, but again it's 12 o'clock at night, and so we just gonna do, we gonna take our nice red mallet and we gonna go to work, and we gonna beat these cookies half to death. So you guys, you can do it any way you want to. You can put it in a bowl, mash it down. The processor might be a little easier, but I don't feel like pulling out no more apparatuses. So you just gonna pulverize these cookies and get them real down to a. You mad at your husband? His ain't acting right. Boss getting on your nerves. Money not right. I call this healthy therapy. Okay? So, we just going to keep beating that down to a crumb-like mixture. Almost like wet beach on the sand. So, I'm going to finish beating this down, and I don't want to take y'all through all that. Melting the butter, and when we come back, we're going to make the crust for this, not the crust, but the bottom base for our cheesecake. So we just going to get that mashed down. Hang on tight, you guys. You get the drift. We just going to make sure. I should have pulled out the processor or the bullet or something to crunch this down, but I wanted to have the opportunity, be honest with you, to beat this down. So you can see, you guys, it's flattening out, and I want to get it very, very fine, because I'm not a chunky. I don't like a bunch of chunks where there's not supposed to be chunks. So I'm going to take that on down, you know, put it in a, you need also, I might skip over this part, I have a 9-inch cheesecake pan, and I'm going to be using a springform pan. Got this at Burlington's on sale. So you can go to like Ross's and to me get stuff a little bit cheaper. You know, whatever your little discount store, Big Lots in some towns. And they have, to me, a lot of accessories a lot cheaper than the mainstream places would. And since everybody baking, I had a little hard time finding that. Because normally I can do my cheesecakes in the pie shell and don't bother me. But this particular no bake, I like the look of it, and I am a presentation person. And so I just got a springform pan. So that's what we doing in Momma T's kitchen, you guys. I hope each and every one of you, wherever you at, is good, is blessed, and keep watching. And as our family grow, more and more blessed. And you guys, if you watch the tutorial, I don't care if it's from 2 minutes to the whole tutorial. I appreciate you guys. Please leave a comment. And if it's something you want to see and you want me to cook, I'll get to it. I can't promise you it's going to be the next week, because I got a list, and I do my ingredients according to that list when I go to market. Try to have everything in the house to cook for you guys. But I sure will consider it, and we'll get around to it. So, you know, you can leave me what you might want to see or whatever. Hold on the ride. Okay, you guys, so we back. And as I always do, I bring the consistency to you because I'm working on a side angle, and I keep clear bowls so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I got it all the way down, but I had a few big bits in there. So I took a potato smasher, and it works good with bacon, I learned. And I just smash down on it and twist and turn just like you would do potato. So after I pulverized it with my mallet, Anything that was left that was lumpy, I just went on and smashed it down. And we have our butter in this bowl. And I'm not going to pour it all in. You could use 3 tablespoons. I did a little bit more cookies so my bottom could be extra thick. And you want to get this to a sand-like moisture. So I didn't pour all the butter in there, but as you can see, it's wet like sand. And you want to make sure that it's fully moist. So I'm going to go ahead and put some more in there because I really did use a lot of cookies. And you don't have to use this line of thick cookies, but I want a thick coating at the bottom of mine because we just smacking this recipe. So I'm going to bring it close just to show you the moistness, like a mud, like you making a mud pie. And playing in dirt. Go back to the chow. Yeah, so we had that right, and we're going to take our spring for pan, and we're going to put all that in there like so. I don't know. I said a 9-inch pan, but this is more like a 10-inch, I guess, or 9.5. I'm not sure. But I'm going on and wetting this and putting all this in there because I want to make sure it's nice, that all of it is moist. And when I pat it down, it's going to do what it's supposed to do. Okay, so I'm just going to start pushing it down and pushing it towards the edge of the pan. And I'm glad I did make more because this pan looks a little bigger than me. So we just going to spread that all around the bottom of the pan. And get a nice little consistency going on all around the bottom. We're going to get right that. We're going to take time. I don't want to hold you guys. I'm going to spread that around the bottom of the pan and come back. Okay, you guys. So I'm back. Black Girl Magic. You saw how the holes was in there before. But you just take your time. And you take this special little spatula. And you just go around and you pack it down like a mud pie. If you have little spaces in it, it's not going to make much difference because the cheesecake itself is going to rest in here on top, so it's good. But okay, if you have this, looks like a 10-inch pan to me. It's very big compared to my 9-inch. So if you're working with a 10-inch pan, I can tell you the exact measurements. I used 2 rows of cookies to do the bottom of this. Okay. So that's an exact roll. And I'm going to be altering my recipe because a lot of recipes are done with a 9-inch pan. So I want my cheesecake to be full. And so we're going to be doubling up on everything. So if you have a smaller pan, then common sense would say don't use all these. Or it'll just be thicker. Like your base would be about that thick if it's smaller. I'm going to have a thin base because I had to stretch this across the pan. And baby, I taste this because some got stuck on the spatula. And I left in the white part because it helps it to stick and mold better, so you don't have to go through sorting that out. Okay, so now I'm going to put our crust over here because we don't necessarily need that. I'm bringing the bowl back and we're going to add in some blocks of cream cheese that's been opened that I used because on Momma T's channel, I try not to waste anything, and I try to teach my subscribers, don't waste nothing. Go from one recipe the next, because if you do hamburgers, you do spaghetti, save half, do tacos, save half, do nachos. Always have the next best recipe for whatever meat you're preparing, and that way you don't have any waste in your house, and you giving your kids or whomever you're trying to satisfy a different experience. Because some people I know, they don't eat leftovers, but they eat my leftovers because they don't know they leftovers, because I turns that stuff into a whole nother recipe. And they don't have to know because it's none of their business. I tell them what I'm cooking, and that's that. They don't know that it's hamburger meat that cooked and they put in the freezer or whatever. So that's how you do that. Chicken breast, chicken quesadilla. Sometimes you won't even have a leftover, but it's always good to know. Leftover old bread, stale bread, don't throw it away. You make bread pudding. Simple. Especially if you got a big family, who can hide food afford to waste? I'm always thinking of my next recipe that gonna go with that recipe if it's not, eating all the way up or something like that. And I'm definitely going to be doing a bread pudding, showing you guys how to take your stale bread and make it into something wonderful. Just like our grandmothers and ancestors did. Sometimes the old stuff is the best stuff. And we forget, or we don't learn, and then you wind up paying for stuff that you could get practically for free. So we're using 2 bars of cream cheese. And here, I really want to I should just do 2.5 probably. I'm going to add another half to that. And that's because, you guys, I'm altering this recipe because I have a larger springform pan. So I'm going to use 2.5 whole 8-ounce bars of cream cheese. And I always wind up with a half, but that's okay because I'll find something for that too. We're going to drop that in there because I want to make sure that comes up more and fill a pan. I don't want to have to go back and do anything. We're going to take our confectioner's sugar. Now most recipes call for 3 tablespoons, but that's not correct for me. Making this, I know it's not correct for me. So I'm going to use the scooper. And I'm going to scoop in some sugar, just like 1 scoop. Two scoops. 2 scooper ice cream scoopers. That's if you like your cheesecake sweet. I love cheesecake. I like my cheesecake rich. So I know from just baking for me that I want a little more sugar in here. Because remember, you guys, I used like almost double the recipe. Okay. Now here I have almond, which normally, the average person don't use almond, they use vanilla. I happen to like almond. Almond and vanilla goes well. So you could use 1 tablespoon of almond, and I always use like 4 tablespoons of vanilla. Now I have pure vanilla here, but like a good cook would do, I always improvise. I know basically how this go. So I put all that vanilla up in there, and that was probably about 2 tablespoons. But then I have imitation, and you could use pure vanilla. I would use pure vanilla if I had it, but I started this recipe. So that's 2 tablespoons that I just put in there, and I'm just going to add some more. This imitation, so it's not as potent, but it's going to work and it's going to do the trick. But you get what you have to get. And we're going to just mash that in with my potato masher, which I love this, because it whips it in good, gets the cream down, and you gotta scrape the bowl and all that. And we're going to just be, after we do the whipping cream, we just going to be dumping all that into the mixer. Anyway, but as you can see, and I ain't going to hold you, we're going to measure this whipping cream. I'm doubling the recipe, so I'm going to do about 500 milliliters instead of 2. So we're pouring this in here. Put a little bit extra because that's just what my mind telling me to do. And you guys, honestly, I use a hand mixer, which is sitting back here, right here on the stove. I bought this mixer because the whipping cream, when you have to make your meringues and stuff, it takes a long time, like 5 to 10 minutes to reach the peaks. So I'm going to push this down, and I'm going to start this on a low. And I'm going to let that run for like 5 or 10 minutes, and it's going to whip into a whipped cream. And we'll be back, and I'll let you look down here and see the peaks. But honestly, you guys, I have a hand mixer. Let me get it and show you. From 20 years ago. There ain't nothing wrong with it. Keep your stuff right. Keep your stuff tight. Okay? This is my first mixer for my first apartment. There's nothing wrong with this mixer. It has been mixing up all those delicious cakes thus far. The thing about it is, I have to hold this. So because I'm doing different levels of cake now, I had to get this because I will be still whipping, because whipping cream needs a high velocity. And it needs a long time to reach those peaks. So this is why I got this, because now I could go other places. But if you're just making regular cakes or whatever, you can use what you have. Most of my stuff I whips it by hand, but this take about 5 to 10 minutes, depending. I have it on low right now, and as it whip, it's getting thicker. I'll turn it up and let it just, you know, do its thing. So we'll be back. Stay on the ride because we're going somewhere fast. I put heavy whipping cream in there, and it's going to whip into whipping cream. And then we're going to add in our cheesecake and whip it all together, you guys. And baby, we're going to make something smack-licious. Good OREO cheesecake smacker style. Okay? Okay, you guys. So, I'm back. And we're going to let you take in the bowl. It has whipped into whipping cream. And we're going to take and add all of this together and then whip it together. Then we're going to taste it and get it to our liking, because I taste it and I taste more Philadelphia cream cheese than anything. But once we add this whip to it, we'll know how much, if we're going to need any more sugar or any other ingredients. More vanilla. Because we're definitely going to add in some Oreos to the mixture. And I can't seem to find... So we're going to crunch up some more Oreos, and we're going to add it actually in the batter. Do our taste test and see if our batter and our consistency is about right. Looks good to me. Now I've done the baked cheesecake. This is my first scratch no bake cheesecake. I'm just gonna go in. Babe. Baby. That's good. That heavy whipping cream make all the difference in the world when you add it all together. I'm like a kid. I will add in some more sugar though. It's real good. But I want to make sure I still take a little bit of sour cream. Cream cheese. But we're going to fix that because we're going to go in and smash some more Oreos to add to this batter, you guys. And this bowl is real cold. And we're not going to hold you up. I'm going to smash that in and I'll be right back. Clean up some of this mess, you guys. Okay, we back. Excuse me, I have to get that. But I showed y'all how I took the potato smasher. I smashed up that last row. And now we just going to throw all this in that batter, baby. Now I'm going to decorate the cake Smack-licious way, but you don't have to. So I do have another pack of Oreos just for the top, but we just gonna fold them Oreos in, and then you'll see the batter looks like what it's supposed to look like. Well, you just gonna I tasted it, you guys, and I gave you the basic recipe for your house. Every house will vary. Then I smacked it, and I poured in the amount of confectionery sugar after those 2 scoops. That was pretty good. But for my audience, and I know who I'm serving, and I know what they like. I love cheesecake, so I know the sweetness for my home. So I suggest you start off with those 2 scoops, ice cream scoopers. Taste it to your liking. It was sweet, but not enough for Momma T. Because remember, we smacks up on these recipes. So when I tasted, it was very good. And that's the canvas you want to start with. And that's the base of this recipe. But if you want to smack it And you know, people of color, we like our sweets to be rich. Not overly sweet, because I don't like overly sweet, but rich. When you bite into it, it busts on your palate, and you like, what in the world? This thing is right. So, in order for me to get it to that liking, I took the liberties, because I'm going to be eating this, and the people I know going to be eating this. I put some more confectionery sugar in it. Because when I eat cheesecake, I don't want to taste cream cheese. Every ingredient has to be blended and mixed to perfection. Now let's taste again. Don't taste no cream cheese. You wouldn't even know that it's in there. But it's cheesecake. Now with those two, just a single two scoop ice cream scoopers, my palate, which is very refined, I could taste Philadelphia cream cheese. You don't want that. So, just to let you know, that's what I did. So you can do either or. Both recipes are good, but in our culture, we tend to like things a little sweeter. If you have a diabetic or somebody in the house or somebody who doesn't really like sweets or whatever, then you could make it less sweeter. But there's your basic recipe, and then we just gonna go in and fold this all in, smooth it out, put it in the refrigerator. Just take it, smooth it all around. And like I said, like I knew, this is why you as a cook in my tutorials, I really try to take the time and give you guys all detail. And I really try to teach you also, if you're going to watch the video, how to alter your measurements accordingly. Because if you got a 9-inch pan, this is a lot. I think this is a 10-inch pan. So I added in more cream cheese and more of the basic ingredients. And then I taste it. Because you can tell a person whatever you want. But if it don't taste right, you need to know what to add, and you need to know how to alter it according to your needs, your household, your audience, your customers. However, and baby, this thing a bomb. And as it should be, because it's nothing baking in here. It's just going to go in the refrigerator and set. So it better be tasting good like this, or that's what you're going to get at the end. So I'm just going in, and I'll clean up the pot and this pan, springform pan. Smooth everything down and even. Try to get it even. And we got ourselves a no-bake cheesecake. That's delicious. Alrighty, baby. This thing is delicious. Delicious good. And I felt it tonight, you guys. So I'm the type of cook, I have to feel it. Like, I know when that spark is in me and how I feel and an excitement. And like I said, I know how to do the New York cheesecake. I have a tutorial for that when I did the other, the strawberry cheesecake crunch cake. But I never did the no bake. But you guys, I want you to know I've done the homework for you. Because this is truly an easy recipe. With, it doesn't take a lot of ingredients. And it's delicious. And if you like Oreo ice cream or whatever, that's what it tastes similar to that. But just a little better. Like, I'm a cheesecake lover. So, baby, this thing gotta be right. And I ain't playing with it. So to all my smacker squad, here you have it. I'm debating whether I should decorate. I think I'll decorate it after it sets up. Then I'll go in and put the whip and the decorations on there. Yeah. So we're going to take this and we're going to put this in the refrigerator overnight. Well, I might decide to do it now. Okay? Okay, you guys. Okay, you guys. So, my spirit led me to just go ahead and decorate the cake now. Because that way the whole thing could just sit and get set and chill. So I'm taking a can of whip. And I'm setting the Oreo in the middle. And I'm just going in a circle, you guys. And it leaves a nice little ring. And it'll make the cake appear professional. And it's not professional. And now, since I did that, I'm going to go in between so there's no gaps. But you do what you need to do first in case you're going to run out. Now I'm sure that I'm not going to run out. I'm going in and I'm filling in the gaps to make the cake even more professional looking. It's called bumping up the grind. Okay, so that's looking like a professional cake already. Then you guys, the middle, I'm going to simply crack these into pieces and drop them there. We're going to drop them things like so. We're going to drop them like they're hot. Drop them like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. And you're just going to sit them in there like so. You don't want too big of a piece though. So I'm just breaking them like this, making my job easy. I don't feel like no more banging tonight. And you're putting them in all different directions. Just enough to make that cake pop. Like pop, shorty. And that's what you want. You want your cake to pop. I want my cake to pop. So, that's just me. I'm going to put a little dollop in the middle. To bring it out. Like that. And we're going to put a half of one up in the center top. Like that. Like so. Now, I'm going to take a couple real small. And I'm going to take it real fine and just so I can put some sprinkles and just finish this off. But what we're going to do, we're going to let our cheesecake set overnight and set up. But look at that, you guys. Look at that doll. Baby. This thing right. She right. I tasted her. She's right. Now, all we got to do, once she's set up, is make sure this spring pan springs. So we're going to take this spatula And we're going to mash these down real fine. Because we just want to do like little fine sprinkles of, we don't want chunks. We just going to do like a sprinkle dust. If I can get it to do it. Because believe it or not, with the white stuff in there, I should have took it out of this part. It sticks together automatically. But I'm just going to go in and we see how we just sprinkled in a little something, something all over. Just a little something, something. Not no lumps. Because we already did that. But just something appealing to the eye. It's like your parsley for the cake. That's what it's like. That garnish. So you don't want these. You want these mashed down. And you want it sprinkled just like you would sprinkle pepper on your food or something. You don't want big chunks of this. You just want it nice and right. Rub it between your hands. And just put it all over. And that garnish only took like 2 cookies. But what I will say, since I've just done it for you, when you do your garnish, you can take out the white. I would have took out the white. Because the white actually makes it stick together. Only for the garnish. The rest of it, it adds flavor, so leave it in there. But for the little, you see how I popped the cake. I'll bring it up close to you. When you do this part, separate the white so that as you're sprinkling it or running your garnish, chocolate garnish, it'll separate. That thing is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to bring it to you because we all working at an angle and I want you to feast your eyes. So there you have it. This is our no bake and we're going to put it in our I have a cake cake. I'm gonna set this whole thing in my cake thing so it could freeze in the refrigerator. So you guys, this concludes the no bake cheesecake that I started 11:30 at night, you guys. And there you have it. And I will come back tomorrow and film as I unlatch and it sets overnight. I'll unlatch the cheesecake. But you guys, I had an awesome time doing this tutorial. I'm trying to set the cookie up. Maybe I need to put 2 and give him some support. Let's do that. I likes my stuff right, y'all. I don't know. I think she out, but guess what? Momma T, I don't buy one of nothing, baby. I come equipped because I ain't got time for the crap. You hear me? When I say I ain't got time, I ain't got time. When I want to hit a mark, I needs to hit that mark. I do. And I try not to have no casualties. And when you run out of something, that's a casualty. You done lost that battle. Straight up. So, you guys, I want you guys to be blessed. I want you guys to share me with some friends of yours because I want our family to be large and blow up. And I want y'all to grow with me as I grow. And I'm going to grow because God going to bless this channel. I'm praying on it. I'm hoping on it. And so, you guys are the vehicle to take me there. And I ask God to bless each and every household with everything that we might need. And until next time, in my house, when I knock it out the ballpark, I say, not Mamma Mia. Oh, no. But it's Momma T up in this house. in this kitchen. It's Momma T. Until next time, I love you guys for being who you are, for taking the time out to watch me. And until next time, fam, holla.
What name was doing?
Good morning, you guys. I'm back up early. Our no-bake cheesecake has set. And I'm just curious. I want to go in, unlatch our cheesecake from this pan. Basically like an unveiling, I would suppose. Voila. Haha. Voila. Voila. So, there you have it. It is set overnight. Our no-bake cheesecake. I'll move this over. Slide that off that base. Oh my goodness. Baby. Baby. That thing is gorgeous. Okay, now I had put whip on there last night. The whip dissipated. So I think I'm going to add some more because you guys, my thumbnail has to be off the chain. I'm sorry. It just did. So for all the ladies and gents in America who says that they can't bake, okay, who says they can't get it right, I'm trying to show you guys that this is a no-bake cheesecake. And it was very simplified and easy to do. I showed you in the full tutorial how to do it. So there's no excuse, ladies. I'm mainly talking to the ladies and gentlemen. You could bring this to your family in about 20 minutes. Take the make and then let it sit during the day. So, I think this is a nice, fast dessert. And you can't beat it with a baseball bat. Like, baby, I'm going to be making these all the time just to let you know. I'll do a strawberry one and I'll do a golden Oreo one. So I know that's going to be good. And I can put anything I want on that basic one. So, ladies, we'll be right back. We're going to add some whip to this baby. Okay, you guys, this is my no-bake cookie Oreo cheesecake. Ladies and gents, here we go. This is off the chain. Very simplified to do. Doesn't take long at all. And doesn't have a lot of ingredients, you guys. I can't wait to taste it. But here you go. Full tutorial will be coming out soon, you guys. Stay tuned and support and watch Momma T's Kitchen. Like, share, and most of all, become a part of the Smacker Squad family. And subscribe. Because I'm pumping out great recipes, you guys. And you know, if you know me, that it tastes good. Because I'm not eating no food that's not about its business, baby. It got to be right. So there you have it, you guys. Takes about 15 to 20 minutes to make. Has to set up for a couple of hours. And there you have it. A nice dessert for whatever occasion that's needed. Peace out. Love you guys. Until next time. Okay, you guys. I did the no-bake cheesecake. And I got the camera real close because it's early. And I'm not really dressed or anything. But, okay, here we go, you guys. I gave you the full look, the full tutorial, and here we go. Mmm. Ooh. You guys, I can't really eat all this because of my surgery, but baby, delicious and soft. So the process real good. Mm. But let me say one thing to you guys. I watched a lot of tutorials, and they were like 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar. This would not have been appropriately right if I had not smacked this. I smacked this because first, you guys, if you watch the tutorial, I put in 2 scoops, ice cream scoops of confectionery sugar. And I tasted cheesecake. And I was like, that's not going to be right. The main point of everything is to always taste your canvas no matter what recipe you have midway through or before you cook it or whenever, and alter it. So for my liking, I knew that 3 tablespoons of confectionery sugar, you would have just had, to me, a lot of cream cheese taste. It was okay. It was good. And on my scale, I would say it was about a 6 with that. So I bumped it up. This is the 11, you guys. By far. I knocked this thing out the ballpark. I hit it with a left, I hit it with a right, and then I gave it an uppercut. And this is right. And I just want to say, so you can do the math at home. Do the 2 scoops of confectionery sugar, blend it up, and taste it yourself, and see how you like. Now I did the taste test, and if I didn't know any better, you wouldn't know what made this cheesecake. You wouldn't know that it's cream cheese, and that's to me how it's supposed to taste. And the cookies, the chunks, it's the and the whip, baby. It's early in the morning. I haven't even had breakfast yet. But to get the videos out appropriately and appropriately timed, and you want to do your videos, your mukbangs or whatever, your pictures before any casualties. I like to win the war. I don't like casualties. So I like to jump start. Anything can happen, you know. So I got up and did this mukbang. Plus I was just thinking about this thing all night long. Mm, 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 mm. I went in and I dumped the confectionery sugar in. So I'm just gonna let you know, a good cook will improvise into the taste that you're trying to get. Look at that nougat right there, baby. Look at that. Mm. See right there. Mm. 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 I want them whole body. And so I can't eat this whole thing, and I ain't gonna force it. This thing is the truth. A foodie, a sweetie, after dinner. Mm. You guys, this might be my breakfast. Gotta brush my teeth and mouth washing. It's not Mamma Mia. Oh no. But it's Momma T in round here in this house, baby. Mm. It's just, the texture is light. It's almost ice cream, but you know it ain't ice cream. I'm gonna have that. Mm. I love it. You guys, I just want to blow a kiss and say I love you guys. And until next time, I'm mukbang that thing, and baby, whoo, whoever gets some of that, we smacked up on that recipe. And I mean, we smacked it because I watched a lot of tutorials and they kept telling me a couple, 3, 4 things confectionery sugar ain't nowhere in the world. No way. Because I dumped that bag in there. And baby, this is something wonderful. But I could kind of figure out, because I've been doing this a long time, I could figure out who I'm watching and what they like. And so I already can have a certain mindset as to how Momma T going to put her style on it. But there you have it. Until next time, hang in there.